Let's move in a similar area to the Afghan National Security Forces. We have a current timeline by the end of 2011 to expand that force on an accelerated level, a decision that was made last December, to 134,000. General Wardick and others in Afghanistan, and most analysts that I've heard believe, and I tend to agree with them, that we have to have a substantial expansion beyond that to truly allow the the Afghans, to take the lead. That's the objective here, and I think it's the right path. Why would we not at least announce, and I understand the limitations of the trainer availability that can only evolve in time, but why don't we say, particularly to our allies who are asking now to step forward and to help provide support troops and help provide trainers and such, that this is going to be a minimal target?
So we had an extensive discussion about the growth of the ANSF, and I think the sense around the table is that it will need to ultimately be larger than the current targets. In the near term, we thought the most important, realistic, concrete goal we could set would be to accelerate the targeted growth that we've already, put out on the table, and that is to bring forward the completion date for when we reach the current goals. So we've done that, bringing that forward to 2011, and that is a very important target. That said, what we've also done is tasked CSTICA on the ground to do a detailed analysis of the needs for a larger force and what it would take to actually grow that force, because we did not have that in hand during the strategy review, and we felt that if we picked a number, we would get it exactly wrong. Okay. We needed the time to follow up with the analysis of what's possible, what are the limitations that need to be overcome, what do we need to make this a sustainable force over time, and so forth. So we are looking, that is ongoing work that we will continue to look at, and we are open to revising those target goals upward.
Well, I support that, and I think it's important, as you've now done, to make clear to those who are paying attention to this, and there are many, that the objective is likely to grow. Just as a point of clarification, I do believe you said we've accelerated. We're on the same accelerated timeline as CSTICA and the Secretary approved in December of last year, 134,000 at the end of 2011. Is that not correct?
Yes. What's different is that we've resourced the trainer request to actually be able to meet that goal.
Which is a very critical component of that, and I would agree. Thank you, Madam.
Congressman, if I
yes,
could,
General.
As early as or late as this morning, actually, there was an article in the Early Bird interview with Secretary Gates in which he indicated every inclination, in fact, to support an increased number for the Afghan National Army. He said he just needs the detail to sort that out, and obviously, of course, there are some sustainment concerns that I think are very realistic as well and have to be dealt with.
I fully agree, and the fact that you have clarified that is why, in part, I came here this morning, other than to hear all the other testimony, and I deeply appreciate that, and I will yield back, Mr. Chairman.